You slept last night, maybe 7 hours, maybe 8, and you woke up tired. Not just a bit foggy, actually tired, like you hadn't slept at all. And the frustrating part, and the part nobody really talks about, is that this has been going on for long enough that you've started to wonder whether something is seriously wrong. Whether this is just who you are now. Whether this is the new normal and you're just supposed to accept it, right? Well, it's not. What's happening to you is real. It's measurable, and it's not just a sleep problem. It is a nervous system problem, and that distinction matters enormously, because you can't fix a nervous system problem by going to bed earlier, okay? Now, my name is Belle Evans. I'm a somatic therapist and a nervous system specialist, and I've been working with women in midlife for over 20 years. I know what your body is doing right now. I've been there. I've going through it. I've got the lived experience. I've also got the clinical experience. And I'm going to explain it, and then I'm going to give you something that actually helps. This is episode 1 of The Reset. So here's what most people understand about sleep, okay? You go to bed, you go to sleep, your body rests, you wake up restored. Simple enough, right? Here's what's actually happening. Sleep is not passive. Your nervous system has a job to do overnight. It processes the day, it consolidates memory, it runs cellular repair. It regulates cortisol for the next morning. It's like a maintenance cycle. And for it to do that job, your nervous system needs to feel safe enough to downregulate. That word, downregulate, is going to come up a lot in this series. And it means your nervous system shifting from high alert down to rest, from mobilized to settled, from on to off. And here's a problem for many women in this season of life, particularly between 40 and 60-ish. Your nervous system has been running a low-grade threat state for so long, with the caregiving, the work pressure, the hormonal shifts, the sleep disruption, and then more caregiving, and then the mental load, blah, 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 all of that, right? That it's actually stopped reliably downregulating at night. You fall asleep, sure, but your system never fully lands. It stays in kind of a watchful rest state, if you will, like one eye open, monitoring, which means you're not getting the deep restorative stages of sleep that actually make you feel human in the morning. You're getting like the shallow end of the pool, if that makes sense. And this is called hyperarousal. It's documented. It's measurable. And it's directly linked to the hormonal changes of perimenopause combined with chronic stress. And it's a load. It's not a character flaw. It's not anxiety. It's your nervous system doing exactly what it's trained to do, except it's kind of trained wrong, because you've been in survival mode for long enough that survival has become the default. And the result? You sleep. Sure, but you're still tired. And then you push through the day on caffeine, cigarettes, wine, chocolate, whatever your vice is, right? And willpower. And this spikes your cortisol, and it makes it harder to downregulate that night. And the cycle continues. It's quite vicious. And I want to say something plainly, because I don't think it gets said enough. The exhaustion you are carrying is not weakness. Let me be really clear about that. It is the direct physiological consequence of doing too much for too long in a body that is also navigating significant hormonal changes. Those things together, the caring load and the hormonal shift, creates a perfect storm for a dysregulated nervous system. And when that system is dysregulated, rest does not restore you. And you have not failed at sleeping. Your system has just been running an alarm you didn't turn off and you don't know how to turn off. And that's what this series is for. So I want to give you something right now that you can use tonight. And this is a short practice. It's only 5 or 6 minutes. And it's designed to begin down regulating your nervous system. And you can do it in bed or the couch or anywhere where you have a few minutes of quiet. You can do it on the toilet if you like. Wherever you like. Whatever works for you. Because that's what's important here. You need to make this stuff fit in your life. And you don't need to do anything special. You just need to get comfortable. If you're driving, save this part and come back to it. I'll be here. And if you like, you can close your eyes. If not, just let your gaze go soft, unfocused, looking at nothing in particular. And just start by noticing your feet. Just a physical sensation of them, whether they're cold or warm or pressed against something or floating, whatever that is. You're not trying to relax them. You're just noticing them. And then move to your hands. Same thing. The temperature, the weight, the surface they're resting on. Good. Notice the sensations. You've just moved your attention into your body and out of your thinking mind. And that shift from cognitive to sensory is the first step in downregulation. And it really wasn't that hard, was it? You just needed to be guided. Your nervous system responds to what your body is sensing, not what your brain is thinking. And now I want you to take a breath in, not deep, just slightly fuller than your normal breath. And as you breathe out, I want you to extend that exhale. Make it longer than the inhale. Say you breathed in for a count of 4, then breathe out for a count of 6 or 7. And you can hold your breath in between for as long as it's comfortable. It's completely up to you how you want to do it. And again, breathing in through the nose if that's comfortable. And you can hold it or you can breathe out slow, easy, longer than the inhale. And it really doesn't matter if you breathe out through your nose or your mouth. I know some people have a thing with that, but at the end of the day, you do what feels more empowering for you. And this extended exhale, it's not a relaxation trick. It's a direct signal to your vagus nerve. It's the main communication pathway of your parasympathetic nervous system. And that's the part that's responsible for the rest and recovery. A longer exhale literally slows your heart rate, and your body can't fake this response. It's physiological. So continue that breath pattern in and out for longer. And as you do, I invite you to bring to mind one physical place where you have felt safe. It doesn't have to be recent. It doesn't have to be grand. It could be a chair, a garden, a room, a beach, somewhere your body remembers it's safe. It could be with a person, it could be real or imagined. Whatever it is for you, it just has to feel safe. And notice the details of that place, not as a thought, but as a sensory memory. What the light was like, what the temperature felt like on your skin, whether it was quiet or had gentle sound. Notice it, witness it. Stay in the breath, in and longer out, and that place. Be there. Give yourself permission, because that's okay. You can do that. And your nervous system is responding to that right now. Not because you're trying hard, but because you have given it the right signals, the slow exhale, the safety cue, the sensory focus. These are the 3 inputs that begin to shift a system from hyperarousal towards rest. Okay? And you can do this for as long as you like. And you can do it as often as you like. No one needs to know you're doing it. But you're giving yourself permission, and that's what's important. So whenever you're ready, you can bring your attention back into the room. There's no rush. Now that practice works best done the same way tonight. The slow exhale breathing, the safety place, the 10 minutes before you sleep. Not as a cure, but as a consistent signal to your nervous system that the alarm can come down. And the more consistently you give your system that signal, the more it learns to shift on its own. Regulation is a skill, and your body can relearn it. You're relearning all the time. Your neural pathways will begin to shift. Okay? So in episode 2, I'm going to explain what cortisol actually does to your system, what it's doing to your system, why your energy crashes, why the 2 p.m., 3 p.m. wall hits so hard, and why drinking more coffee is making it worse. It's important information, and I'll make everything in this series click into place. I'm really grateful that you're here and you're taking the time for yourself. I'll see you in the next one.